So my project was the effect of green and black tea mixed with amoxicillin on the growth rate of Micrococcus luteus. So Micrococcus is a bacterium that is found all over, but has only been found harmful to immunocompromised patients, with bacteria being found in their catheters. Through many articles that I have read, the studies involved using different tea extracts with numerous variations of antibiotics like erythromycin or penicillin to see the effect they had on different bacteria, like E. coli. E. coli was a main test subject in the studies that I did find. Along with that, many studies I read stated that green, black, and oolong tea had synergistic and antibacterial properties. So what's my research question? Is there an effect of green and black tea powders of different concentrations of 2 grams and 4 grams mixed with amoxicillin on the growth rate of Micrococcus luteus? So this, which was supported by articles that I have read, states that if black and green tea powders are mixed with amoxicillin at different concentrations and are tested on Micrococcus luteus, then the growth will dramatically decrease because both powders have been proven to decrease the growth rate of different bacteria, but at lower levels of concentration because of both teas' antibiotic properties. Variables included 1 gram of amoxicillin with 10 milliliters of water, and then each mixture extracted 10 milliliters of each mixture and then mixed in 1 gram of amoxicillin with that. And then my materials involved 5 agar plates of grown Micrococcus luteus, 125 milligrams of amoxicillin, green tea powder, black tea powder, ethanol solution, gloves, sterile wool cotton swabs, syringes, an incubator, 10 beakers, inhibition discs, a scoop, and a scale. Now, my methods involved first sterilizing, of course, with 70% ethanol solution and making sure I have closed-toed shoes on. Then I'm going to take 5 clean agar plates and 1 pre-cultured plate of Micrococcus and culture the bacteria on each plate in the biosafety hood in the Sarasota High School Research Institute. Then I will place in an incubator at 37 degrees Celsius and make sure that grows over a course of 18 to 48 hours. Then I'm going to combine the different mixtures of the teas, and I'm going to weigh out 2 grams of green tea and black tea, and then 4 grams of green tea and black tea. I will pour 70 grams of warm water in a beaker and combine those powders. There will be a total of 4 different beakers with 4 different mixtures. Then I'm going to put on a mask and mix 1 gram of amoxicillin and 10 milliliters of each tea mixture in a separate cup. Then I'm going to use 1 pre-prepped plate of Micrococcus and dip 3 different inhibition discs into plain amoxicillin with no mixture involved, and then I'm going to seal that plate. Then I'll dip 3 more inhibition discs into 2 grams of green tea and lay on another agar plate and repeat that for 2 grams of black tea along with 4 grams of green tea and black tea for a total of 5 agar plates. For the data collection, I will measure the number of dead bacteria around each disc for 3 days using a caliper, and then I will do an ANOVA test and use bar graphs with error bars. For my results, compared to day 1, day 3 does have a slightly larger length of dead bacteria or color difference measured, but these graphs showed that each mixture did work and was consistent. I conducted an ANOVA test on my last day because that was the one that mattered, and it was the last day of the treatment. Overall, it concluded that there's no significant difference between each mixture, but instead that they're each working and doing what they're supposed to do. In the picture on the side, we can notice the color differences between each day, the one on the left being day 1 and the one on the right being day 2, indicating that it's working. In conclusion, each tea mixture ended up working. The 4 grams of green tea did happen to have more of a notable color difference. Along with the data, we can see that the 2 grams of black tea is more of an outlier as it's so low compared to the other teas in the bar charts and would probably need to be conducted again. In general, my hypothesis was neither correct or incorrect in terms of which one would work better, but each mixture did end up working and indicated a positive effect on the bacteria. In general, my project was designed to test if something so generalized and accessible would be able to relieve symptoms of sickness and boost the effect that medication had against bacteria in the body. Throughout this project, support that I received was from my adult sponsor, Miss Young, along with Mr. Harshman. And then something I learned about this project involved my experimental design. As I said previously, I should have done more plates of each mixture and then recorded the data one day after the treatment so that I could have more data for each mixture and make sure my measuring technique didn't change.